Respect isn't won by the loudest voice, it's won by the calmest one who knows exactly when to speak. Imagine this. You enter a meeting where opinions crash like waves. One person dominates, another rolls their eyes. The room heats up. Most people push harder to be heard, raise the volume, stack more words, explain twice as long. But true power doesn't live in volume. It lives in precision. In the patience to breathe, choose a single clean line and let silence carry the weight for you. Here's the quiet skill no one taught us growing up. When you speak less but speak on time, you shift the entire room. People lean in. The noise shrinks. Why? Because calm signals mastery. Your nervous system tells the truth before your mouth does. A steady tone says, "I'm not chasing approval. I'm here for clarity." Marcus Aurelius put it simply, "Don't argue about what a good person should be won." In practice, that means letting your character do the talking. Steady eyes, slow breath, words that don't try to win only to mean. Today, I'll share 5 short phrases that do exactly that. Each one is a small, sharp blade you keep sheathed until it matters. And the third phrase? It can flip a power dynamic in seconds without a single ounce of anger. Think of this video as training for your next hard moment. The tense call with a client, the joke that goes too far at dinner, the relative who talks over you. We're not here to humiliate anyone, we're here to honor ourselves. Because respect isn't demanded, it's commanded by clarity, by boundaries, by self-control that refuses to perform. If you've been explaining yourself to people who never intended to listen, this is your reset. Breathe, slow down, choose your line. When your voice is calm, your presence gets loud for you. That's the shift. That's how you walk into any room and keep your dignity intact. Now, let's begin. Here's the first phrase to carry into your next conversation. Real authority isn't loud, it's the one calm sentence that changes the room. Picture this. A meeting turns tense. A colleague presents a plan you know will fail. Your heartbeat rises, your mind races with counter-arguments. Most people either explode, "You're wrong," or retreat into silence. There's a third path, the Stoic path. You breathe, make eye contact, and say, "I understand your point, but I disagree." In 10 words, you do 3 things. You lower their defenses, you claim your ground, and you signal self-control. The first half, "I understand your point," tells the ego, "You've been heard." The second, "But I disagree," tells the room, "I think independently." Why does it work? Because arguments rarely fail on facts, they fail on pride. Validation softens pride. Clarity resets the frame. A calm voice cues safety to everyone's nervous system. People lean in instead of gearing up for combat. This is practical. Stoicism. Master your reaction, and you master the moment. Try it at home too. When a partner pushes a decision you're not ready for, "I understand why that matters to you, but I disagree." You're not attacking them. You're protecting the relationship by protecting your boundary. Make it actionable. Step 1. Pause 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Step 2. Name their point in 1 line. You want speed and simplicity. Step 3. State your stance, but I disagree. Here's why the risk is too high. Step 4. Offer a path. Let's test a smaller version first. You've honored dignity and preserved direction. No raised voice needed. Remember, the person who controls their voice often controls the room, not by intimidation, but by intention. If you've been over-explaining to be taken seriously, try this instead. Fewer words. Better words. The right words. Next, we'll handle disrespect without drama. 5 quiet words that end the storm before it starts. Dignity isn't loud. It's 5 calm words that make the room go quiet. Picture a dinner table, stories flying, laughter rising, then a joke cuts across the line and lands on someone's dignity. Most people freeze, fake a laugh, or swallow the discomfort to keep the peace. But peace without respect is just silence with a bruise. The Stoic move is simple and steady. I don't find that appropriate. No lecture, no theater. Just a boundary, clear as stone. Why does it work? Because conflict often feeds on performance. When you lower the volume and raise the standard, you change the rules. Those 5 words signal 3 things at once. I'm awake, I have limits, and I won't trade self-respect for approval. Seneca said, "He who respects himself will be respected by others." This is that line in action. Try this frame. Pause. Name the line. Hold the gaze. I don't find that appropriate. If needed, add a bridge. Let's keep it respectful. Or, different topic. You're not moralizing. You're stabilizing the room. And if someone presses, repeat once. Same tone, fewer syllables, more certainty. Boundaries don't need backstory. They need consistency. Real life plays out everywhere. The co-workers, teasing. The relatives comment about your choices. The friend who weaponizes sarcasm. You don't have to explain your history to defend your humanity. In a world that confuses tolerance with self-abandonment, this sentence returns you to yourself. And there's a hidden gift. When you draw the line, the quiet ones watching finally see how to draw theirs. Here's your micro practice for the week. In the mirror, say it once a day, steady breath, slow cadence, neutral face. Train the nervous system first. The moment will follow. Because the goal isn't to win the room, it's to hold your center, and when you do, the room often follows. Message. Self-respect spoken softly reshapes the space you stand in. Next, when voices escalate, we'll use a single sentence to pause the storm and reclaim the rules. When the room loses respect, don't raise your voice, raise the standard. You've felt it. A conversation spirals. Voices overlap. Interruptions slice through every sentence. In moments like this, most people either escalate to be heard or shut down to survive. There's a third move, the Stoic move. Breathe. Square your shoulders, then say, "Let's talk when we can do so respectfully." You're not running away. You're resetting the rules. Those words do 3 things at once. They pause the chaos, they protect your dignity, and they invite better behavior without shaming anyone. Picture a team meeting. A colleague talks over you again. Instead of competing for volume, you hold a steady tone. "Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. I'll rejoin when we're ready for that." Notice the shift. You didn't attack their character. You clarified the condition for your attention. Or at home, a debate turns into point scoring. Calmly, "I care about this and about us. Let's continue when we can both be respectful." You honor the relationship and your boundary. Epictetus taught that we can't control others, only our response. This phrase is that wisdom in motion. Here's a simple protocol. Pause your breath in 4, out 6. Name the standard, respectfully. Invite alignment when we can. Offer a path back. I'll rejoin then. If the heat continues, repeat once, same words, slower cadence, then exit. Regulation beats domination. The psychology is simple. Escalation floods the nervous system with adrenaline. Respect cues safety. When you model composure, you lower the temperature for everyone. And there's a hidden benefit. People who needed the boundary but didn't know how to set it will quietly thank you later. Keep this sentence ready this week. Write it on a sticky note, practice it in the mirror, let your body memorize the calm. Power isn't in the punchline, it's in the posture. When you won't trade respect for resolution, you earn both. Next, if the spiral doesn't stop, we'll use a graceful exit line that protects your peace without burning the bridge. Not every battle is worthy of your peace, and peace is the prize. There's a moment in some conversations when you can feel the switch flip. It's no longer about truth, it's about winning. Voices get tighter, points get recycled, and you sense the trap. If you keep talking, you'll lose yourself trying to win them. The Stoic move is clean and kind. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. You're not punishing them, you're protecting your center. Think of it like stepping out of a riptide. You don't fight the ocean. You change direction and keep your breath. Here's why it works. First, it ends the hidden negotiation where your attention is the currency. Second, it names a boundary without an attack. No insults, no diagnosis of their character. Third, it creates space for a better conversation later if respect shows up. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In practice, this line is a quiet refusal to mirror someone's chaos. Use it in real life. A coworker keeps circling the same accusation. Your heart rate climbs. You say, "I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. I'm available when we can discuss solutions." At a family gathering, a relative pokes at old wounds. "I'm choosing not to continue this. Let's enjoy the evening." Online, where outrage is a sport, no thread to defend, no point to prove, just your time, reclaimed. A simple protocol. Notice the spiral. Breathe. In 4, out 6. State the line. Offer a door. If pressed, repeat once, slower. Then exit, no flounce, no last word. Remember, disengaging isn't weakness. It's strategic mercy for your nervous system. You're not running away from the truth. You're walking away from a game that cannot produce it. Message. You have the right to end any conversation that costs you your self-respect. And when opinions still collide, the final phrase lets you honor theirs without surrendering your own. Respecting your voice doesn't require rejecting theirs. It requires refusing to surrender yours. There's a quiet pressure many of us feel. The colleague who insists their method is the only way. The family member who frames agreement as love. The friend who says, "If you cared, you'd see it my way." When that happens, don't attack and don't pretend. Breathe, hold your ground, and say, "That's your opinion and I respect it, but I don't share it." It's courteous without being compliant. You honor their right to speak while protecting your right to think. Seneca warned that becoming a slave to others' opinions is the worst prison. This sentence is the key you keep in your pocket. Here's the psychology. People push harder when they sense resistance or submission. But acknowledgement lowers ego defense, and a clear boundary ends the tug of war. Try it at work. "I respect your approach, but I don't share that view. I'll proceed with the evidence I have, and I'm open to revisiting if new data appears." At home, "I respect that belief, but I don't share it." Let's agree to disagree and still care for each other. Online, "I respect your perspective, but I don't share it. Wishing you well." No debate trap, no emotional debt. Make it practical with a 4-step frame. Acknowledge separate state bridge. Acknowledge. That's your opinion, and I respect it. Separate, but I don't share it. State. Optional. Here's what I believe. Bridge. We can still work together, have dinner, be friends. Remember, calm isn't weakness, it's containment. You're not rejecting the person, you're refusing to outsource your judgment. And there's a hidden gift. When you model respectful disagreement, you give everyone in the room permission to think freely too. That's leadership the Stoics would recognize: quiet, steady, and sovereign. You can respect someone without abandoning yourself. Real freedom is the ability to hold your view without needing unanimous applause. Next, we'll weave all 5 phrases into one simple playbook you can carry into any room. Respect doesn't chase you when you shout, it arrives when you're calm. If you listen closely, the strongest people share one habit. They separate feelings from actions, set clear boundaries, and carry themselves with quiet self-respect. That's why 5 short phrases can change a room without a single raised voice. When your reaction is steady, your presence does the heavy lifting. Here's the pattern. First, separate emotion from reaction. A heated moment wants you impulsive. Breathe before you speak. The pause tells your nervous system, we're safe. From that safety, your words land clean. I understand your point, but I disagree. No drama, just direction. Second, establish the line. Boundaries are not confrontations, they're definitions. I don't find that appropriate is 5 words that stop the slide into disrespect. You're not attacking anyone, you're protecting the terms of the conversation. Third, stand in self-respect. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. You honor their voice without surrendering yours. As Seneca warned, living on the approval of others is a quiet prison. Dignity is the way out. Why does this work? Psychology, not magic. Validation lowers ego defenses. Clarity reduces ambiguity. A calm tone cues safety, so people listen instead of brace for impact. And there's a compounding effect. When you stop demanding respect and simply embody it, steady breath, precise words, consistent boundaries, people mirror what you model. The room organizes around your center. Try a simple loop this week. Pause. Name the standard. Speak the line. Offer the path forward. If chaos rises, repeat once slower. If it continues, step out with grace. You don't need to win every exchange to win your life. When you master your response, you master the moment. Respect isn't granted by others, it's broadcast by the way you carry yourself. Up next, I'll combine all 5 phrases into a simple, one-page playbook you can use in any meeting, conflict, or family dinner. Calm isn't passive, it's power you can use anywhere, starting today. At work, you don't need more volume, you need better timing. When a meeting heats up, replace silence or sarcasm with a steady line. I understand your point, but I disagree. Then offer a path. Let's test a small version first. People remember the person who lowers the temperature and raises the standard. That's reliability, not stubbornness. And reliable is the new impressive. At home, love dies when boundaries do. Say the quiet truth. I care about us and I need respect in this conversation. If the tone keeps climbing, let's talk when we can do so respectfully. You're not withdrawing love. You're protecting the conditions where love can breathe. Healthy distance is not punishment, it's oxygen. Online, outrage is engineered to keep you scrolling. Don't donate your peace. Try. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. No essay. No duel. Log off and reclaim the life that exists beyond the screen. The goal isn't to win strangers. It's to win your day. With strangers, the snide remark, the pushy upsell, the public disrespect, hold eye contact and draw the line. I don't find that appropriate. If needed, repeat once, slower. Boundaries are less about changing them and more about training your own nervous system to choose dignity first. People feel it. The room adjusts. Use this 4-beat rhythm anywhere. Pause. Name the standard. Speak the line. Offer the path. Pause. Breathe in 4, out 6. Standard. Respectful, clear, constructive. Line. The precise sentence for the moment. Path. Here's how we move forward. In a noisy world, composure is a competitive advantage, a love language, and a shield all at once. Practice it for 7 days and watch what changes first. Not them, you. Master your response, and you master the moment. Respect follows the person who embodies it. Next, I'll give you a 1-page Stoic conversation playbook to keep on your phone. 5 lines for 5 hard moments. Respect isn't taken by force, it's built in silence, one choice at a time. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Your words are not weapons, they're armor. Those 5 simple phrases you learned are a Stoic suit: light, precise, and always within reach. You don't need to outshout anyone to keep your dignity. You only need to breathe, choose your line, and let your calm do the heavy lifting. Respect cannot be coerced. It grows from character: how you hold your gaze, how you steward your breath, how you speak when it would be easier to explode. Here's the code. When tension rises, separate feeling from action. That single pause breaks the chain reaction. Then set the standard, name the conditions for a real conversation. Next, draw the boundary clear, brief, non-theatrical. Finally, offer the path back, because we're not here to win arguments. We're here to build better ones. Use the phrases as switches. On for clarity, off for chaos. The room will begin to organize around your steadiness. A challenge for the next 7 days. Choose one phrase and carry it everywhere. Meeting, family dinner, online comments. Observe 2 things, your heart rate and the room's volume. If they both drop, the practice is working. When someone notices and asks what changed, smile and tell them the truth. I stopped trying to be right. I started trying to be clear. Drop your pledge below with 3 words. I choose respect. And if this helped, stay with us at Modern Stoic Notes, where philosophy turns into practice you can use by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Because when you master your response, you master the moment. When you master the moment, you begin to master your life. The world doesn't need another loud voice, it needs a steady one. Be that voice. Your calm is not silence, it is leadership. In the next video, I'll give you a 1-page Stoic conversation playbook to keep on your phone, 5 lines for 5 hard moments.